Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unlock Law Online English. In today's video, we'll be studying about Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala case. If you are new to this channel and if you have not yet subscribed yet, please do subscribe to be notified about important judgments, legal facts and many other things. So now let us understand what happened in Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala case. Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala case is also known as Kesavananda Bharati judgment. This was a landmark judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court of India that outlined the basic structure doctrine of the Indian Constitution. This case is also known as Fundamental Rights case. The Kesavananda Bharati judgment is a historic case in the Indian constitutional law that decided the basic structure of Indian constitution. This case was considered as one of the most celebrated constitutional cases in the country and was heard by the largest bench of 13 judges, including Chief Justice S.M. Sikri, Justice J.M. Shilat, Justice K.S. Hegde, Justice A.N. Grover, Justice A.N. Ray, Justice P. Jagan Mohan Reddy, Justice D.G. Palekar, Justice H.R. Khanna, Justice K.K. Mathif, Justice M.H. Beg, Justice S.N. Dwivedi, Justice A.K. Mukherjee, and Justice Y.V. Chandrachud. The case went on for 66 days, starting from 31st October 1972 to 16th March 1973, and a voluminous 703-page judgment was passed on 23rd March 1973 by a thin majority of 7:6, wherein the majority held that any provision of the Indian Constitution can be amended by the Parliament in order to fulfill its socio-economic obligation that were guaranteed to the citizens as given in the preamble, provided that such amendment did not change the Constitution's basic structure. Kesavananda Bharati ji was the head of the Hindu monastery of the Ettinir Mutt, a monastic religious institution located in Kasargod district of Kerala. Bharati ji had some land in the Mutt which he owned. The Kerala state government passed the Land Reforms Amendment Act in 1969. As per this act, the government could acquire some of the land that belonged to the Mutt. The act provided for acquisition of excess of land from the landowners and its distribution to the landless and the poor. The Edinir Mutt, headed by Sri Kesavananda Bharati ji, challenged the constitutionality of the act in the Kerala High Court. In March 1970, the case eventually reached the Honorable Supreme Court of India, which ruled in favor of state government. Bharati ji moved to Honorable Supreme Court under Article 32 of the Indian Constitution to enforce the rights that were guaranteed to him under Article 25, right to practice and propagate religion, Article 26, right to manage religious affairs, Article 14, right to equality, Article 19, 1F, freedom to acquire property, Article 31, compulsory acquisition of property. A 13-bench judge was set up by the Supreme Court, the biggest so far, to hear the case. In the early 1970s, the government of then had enacted major amendments to the Indian Constitution, that is 24th, 25th, 26th and 29th. All four amendments as well as the Golaknath judgment came under the challenge of the Kesavananda Bharati case. Kesavananda Bharati, a religious leader and landowner, argued that the Kerala Land Reforms Act violated his fundamental rights to property, which was guaranteed by the Constitution of India. He also argued that the Parliament's power to amend the Constitution was not unlimited and that a certain fundamental features of the Constitution, such as right to poverty, were beyond the scope of amendment. The state of Kerala, which defended the constitutionality of the Kerala Land Reforms Act, argued that the act was a reasonable restriction on the right to property and that it was aimed at promoting social justice and reducing poverty. The state also argued that the parliament's power to amend the constitution was unlimited and that there were no limits to this power. The arguments presented by the parties in Kesavananda Bharati case revolved around the constitutionality of the Kerala Land Reforms Act, the extent of the Parliament's power to amend the Constitution, and the fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution. It was held that, however, the parliament had unfettered power to amend the constitution, but it cannot disturb or emasculate the basic structure or fundamental features of the constitution, as it has only the power to amend and not to rewrite the constitution. The constitutional bench in Kesavananda Bharati's case ruled a 7 is to 6 verdict that the parliament could amend any part of the constitution as long as it did not alter or amend the basic structure or essential features of the constitution. This case contended that such amendments were directly in violation of their fundamental rights. By way of this landmark case, doctrine of basic structure of the Constitution emerged. In a 13th bench judge, the validity of the 29th constitutional doctrine was upheld by 7 judges, which indicated that its validity was not upheld unconditionally. It was held that the Parliament could amend every provision of the Constitution, which was subject to the condition that it does not violate basic structure of the Constitution. The minority opinion was reluctant to grant complete and unfettered authority to the Parliament with respect to the power of amendment. The court upheld the entire 24th constitutional amendment and partly found the 25th amendment to be ultra vires. It overruled Golaknath's judgment. However, the court did not define the term basic structure. It is the judiciary that is responsible to decide what constitutes the basic structure. The basic structure doctrine has since been interpreted to include the supremacy of the constitution, the rule of law, independence of the judiciary, doctrine of separation of powers, sovereign democratic republic, the parliamentary system of government, the principle of free and fair elections, welfare state, etc. The basic structure doctrine is a cornerstone of the Indian Constitution, which has been instrumental in ensuring the preservation of the fundamental principles of democracy and protecting the rights of the citizen. Its establishment in the Kesavananda Bharati case is a testament to the strength and resilience of the India's democratic institution and the judiciary's commitment to upholding the Indian Constitution. So this is all about Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala case, wherein Kesavananda Bharati ji had to lose his land to the state government as well as his case. But however, this has become a landmark judgment to ensure that the constitutional rights are always upheld. Thank you for watching, and please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel.